Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Rush Rivals. Today we're going to be doing the first episode of Rush Rivals, which is a Rush Duel themed game show where 8 duelists will compete in various challenges, Rush Duel Links themed challenges that is, to basically work out who is the smartest, who is the strongest, who is the most skillful Rush player. As they complete challenges, they will earn points and they will earn cards to create a unique card pool with its own limit and restriction list. Basically, we're going to be doing some challenges, then they're going to be doing some duels. Everyone's going to have weird and wacky decks, but we're all going to have a great time. So, I suppose I'll start off just by going through a little bit what's going to happen. So we're going to start out, the first half is going to be a challenge. So that is going to be something a bit weird, a bit wacky, but it will all be Rush Duel Links themed. As players play through, they will be earning points. Points will give players certain benefits that will differ from week to week, as well as gaining cards that they will be able to use to build decks with, which they will play a best of 3 at the end of each episode. So that is the logic behind the format of the show. And now, I guess, we will just hop straight in. We can now see that our players are here. So I would like to introduce them. I guess we'll go from top to bottom. So we will start with Draco. So Draco, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Draco, and it's nice to meet you all. I'm a somewhat competitive Vanguard player and a Rush fan, and I love dating sims and strategy RPGs. Also, Paco stinks.
Okay, just random Paco hate in there. I guess next up will be Hikari. So Hikari, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Hikari. I'm just a chill girl who loves Yu-Gi-Oh! And Rush Duels and who can't introduce herself.
Alright, next up is Milaneso. So if you want to introduce yourself, Milaneso.
Hello, I'm Milaneso Odo, a player and lover of Rush Duels, absolute fan of sevens. I like bread.
He likes bread, everyone. He likes bread. What more could you want from a Rush rival? So next up is Hunter. So Hunter, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I am Hunter ET. I am an old card fight Vanguard player, an off-meta player in like most YGO formats, trying mostly to cook stuff or interactions that was not brought up to light of the day or use old meta decks with small twists to throw OFF meta players. Mainly a Rush Duel Links player nowadays, since I like the current format and enjoy the community.
But yeah, there we go. So that was Hunter. So next up we have Whistling Bird.
Hallo, mein Name ist Whistling and I have been a Rush enthusiast since ET Duel Links. You might know me from tournaments or from casting the Rush Duel Colosseum. Guten Abend.
Thank you, Whistling Bird. Yep, absolutely fantastic. It does do a bit of streaming, does do commentating for Rush Duel Colosseum. So next up we have Sota.
Hello, my name is Sota. I am on Team Chronicle Birds on RDC. I've been playing Rush Duel Links since its launch and I've cogged every season. I've liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the Zexal era and I am excited to play in this event.
Well, next up we have Manarchist.
Hello, I am Manarchist. I'm allied with the Latin Kings / Latin Queens Rush teams. My favourite Rush deck is Metrian, but I am quite fond of aquatic themed decks too.
There we go. Next up is Paco, who is our 8th and final rival.
My name is Paco. I got first for NA for the WCQ, so I went to Worlds for Rush in 2024. I occasionally top in Rush tournaments. Just happy to be here and yeah, glad I can compete in Rush Rivals.
And there we have it. So those are our 8 players that are going to be competing for the esteemed title of Rush Rivals Champion. So I think without further ado, we should just jump straight into the first challenge.
This is Rush Rivals. I thought it was Marvel Rivals.
Not quite, Manarchist. The first challenge that we are going to be doing is called Join Tech Jumble. So, Join Tech Jumble is quite a simple, but actually kind of challenging game. Basically, has anyone's ever heard of a word jumble? The gist is...
Join Tech Jumble what?
The gist is that we will be having different card names that are jumbled up. So here is your example. So every round that we do of this, I will be revealing 5 cards. So this was the example, right? So there will be 5 all at once, right? So you will have 5 minutes to answer as many of these as you can. So for this example, and for this was also going to be happening for round 1, all of the word jumbles will be a single word. So you will not have to worry about like multi-strike Dragon Dragius and have 3 different words to unjumble. This is just all going to be cards that only have a singular name, and they will be jumbled up. And obviously, as we've already seen before, like Roman Pick is the answer to the first one. The second one is Sir Painter. The third one is Ants Giving. The fourth one here is At Blizzard. And the fifth one was Glaciosaurus. So that is basically the gist, right? So when we do start this for real, I will basically be showing you a screen very similar to this. You will have to go away. You will have to work out over your 5 minutes as many of these as you can. Now, the way this is going to work is you will receive points for every single one that you get correct.
in English.
Right? So every single one you get correct will get you points. Now, you don't know exactly what points do for you yet, but you will get the points. The other thing is whoever gets the word first will earn the prize locked behind that word. So you want to get as many as you can
we have
to get your
5
points.
minutes.
But
I should have done the homework.
you also want to make sure
Hikari.
that you're quick. So what you could do, for example, is target not the word at the top, because theoretically everyone could just go work at the top and start going down. So if you start at the bottom and work your way up, for example, less people might be targeting that word. So you want to be quick. You want to get as many as you can. That is the gist of this game. So without further ado, I think it might be about time that we get started on the first round.
Let's start up.
If everyone's ready, we are going to be revealing now. And the timer starts now. So 5 minutes, everyone. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be time up, everyone. So it's looking pretty much what I expected. So again, we weren't expecting everyone to get every answer. That wasn't really what this was about. This was about getting as many as you can within like a small space of time, right? So don't worry if you
only
didn't
got the first 3.
That's completely fine. Again, it's not about getting them all.
I'm
right?
too bad at this.
It's about getting some of them. But don't worry again, because you will still walk away with something either way. So looking at this,
Well,
I guess we will start by revealing what the answers were, and then we will be giving out the prizes based on what the answers are. So the very first one,
get 3.
we have Karibot. So Turboik was Karibot. So I can reveal that 6 players got Karibot, but the fastest player to get Karibot was
No, the Karibot.
Whistling Bird. So Whistling Bird will be receiving the prize, which is, surprise, surprise, it's Karibot. So one other thing I should mention, all prizes during this episode are going to be playsets.
Allow.
So Bird gets 3 Karibot into his collection, which is actually a really strong early game staple. Now, as things go on, it's probably not going to be like as impactful, but in a limited series, this is actually going to be a really, really strong card. So next up, we have the Us info is Fusion. So the first player to get Fusion was, once again, Whistling Bird.
You suck soda.
So, Whistling Bird, this card a little bit less powerful, but still pretty good. Darkness Approaches. So, again, it's going to be a very early game card. Not particularly strong, but not every single reward is going to be a banger. So, next up, Chupa Kukua.
make a sandwich.
So Chuka Kukua was indeed Paku Paku Chu. So the first player to get Paku Paku Chu was Draco Kid. So Draco, you will be receiving the next prize, and that is King's Reward. So again, it's not the craziest card in the world, but it is something you will have over the other players.
What will I do with that?
So next up,
Tomato, you emperor.
Next up, we have Softer, and Softer was Forest. So, the first person to get Forest was, once again, Whistling Bird. So, now this is quite an interesting prize that you've earned here. This is the Blue Falcon Formation Bundle. So, bundles are a little bit special. Bundles will be a group of stuff, right? Yes. Now, there is a downside here. You can only receive 1 bundle each week, right? But if you are to win another bundle, you can trade this bundle for that bundle. So if you do find something else that you'd like more than this, you will gain access to that instead. This bundle specifically is just Blue Falcon Tengu, a playset, and the skill Blue Falcon Formation. And the final, Gasteroid, I can reveal nobody got this one correct. So the answer was Dragosite. So unfortunately, we'll never know what that card was, but it's gone now.
This was the one I was trying.
Yeah, again, it's not an easy one to go for, but it was one nonetheless. All right, so for the next round, we will be increasing the timer because I think you guys could probably use it a bit more, and as we go on, the rounds are going to get a little bit harder. So we will be increasing the timer from 5 minutes to 7 feels pretty good. I guess we will go ahead and start the next round. So this round will again have some small differences. So our example is going to be rebuffed Miles. So for this round, we will have multiple word jumbles. And this is primarily because there aren't actually that many cards in Rush Duel that do have a singular name. So for this, multiple world jumbles will have each individual world jumbled. There you go. I mean, yeah, Parker's already got it. The answer is Buffered Slime. But what that means is both of these words, Buffered and Slime, are both jumbled only on their own. So you won't have like some of Buffered in the second word and some of Slime in the first word. It will be two words individually, right? So that is how this second round is doable.
Eva's faster.
I mean, hopefully.
That's terrifying.
One thing I will say as well is every answer you got correct from that first round gave 10 points. Every question you get right from this round is going to worth double at 20 points. So you really want to get as many as you can, and obviously speed is going to be the name of the game. So we are going to go ahead and reveal the next one. So let's everyone get ready, get set. Here we go. Timer has started. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up, everyone. Let's see what ends up happening. So,
I don't know.
What we're going to have to do now is go through and see who was very, very first. So, number 1, Cringe Pie Auraism. And we should probably, again, let chat out of the emote only mode.
Team in reverse.
So, Cringe Pie Auraism was Piercing Samurai.
Same.
And the player that was there first was Whistling Bird. So Whistling Bird will be taking yet another prize. Nice. And his prize this time, 1000 Attack Rocket. So congratulations on your 1000 Attack Rocket playset. Nice. What an amazing card. It's so unbelievably powerful.
Wäre Isma Samurai Tomato.
I mean, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with that. Piercing Samurai is way too strong for week 1.
Whistle got all of the answers.
So next up, we have Words Craned. And Words Craned was Sword Dancer. And the player who got in there first with Sword Dancer was Hikari. So Hikari will be receiving a brand new card, and it is Dosodon. Would you look at that, everyone? It's Dosodon.
Of course she did.
Everyone loves Dosodon. Who doesn't love Dosodon, everyone? Come on, can we get some cheers for Dosodon? Who doesn't love the ball?
Not my Dosodon.
At least it's a body. 1100 attack is also not bad comparing to the pool you've currently got. So, like, okay, there could be something we can do with that. Now, the third one, Bee Cry Gonard.
That's a good card.
Cyber Dragon. So, let's see who got Cyber Dragon in there first. It is Whistling Bird once again. So Whistling Bird will be receiving yet another card, and this time it is a trap card. It's Spiral Geyser. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people don't even know what this card does. It's an interesting trap card. Steal. Oh, what a trap. I wanted Spiral.
One of the only traps in the game.
That would be good earlier on.
There we go. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of these cards are going to fall off pretty quick, but they are going to be a lot better early. So, the next one, Untied Stan, is United Ants. So let's see who got United Ants first. It was Pro Manicist got the United Ants first. So Pro Manicist is getting a very interesting... So Pro Manicist will be getting our second bundle.
Man was faster.
So who is ready to see Pro Manicist's bundle? I'm quite excited for this.
Ant Bros.
Now this is the biggest bundle we have.
Ants is the last thing I expected.
Take that how you want. This bundle, in my opinion, is actually really strong week 1. This is, I think, the strongest it's ever going to be. It does not have longevity, I will tell you that. So here we go. It's the Beast Gear bundle. This, again, is absolutely huge. So in here we have both Beast Gear boss monsters. We have the Trike Fox. We've got Motor Wolf. We've got Gyro Jackal. We also have the Block Attack spell card, which is probably actually going to be live for a little while. No skill, though. That is a big negative of this bundle. So a lot of cards, some okay stats going around, especially for this early. No skill. So last one, Erex Redo Secret Order. So let's see who got the Secret Order first. And the answer is Whistling Bird once again. This man is on fire.
Of course it's Whistle.
Whistling Bird, you are getting another bundle. So you will have to make a decision on whether you want this bundle or whether you want to keep your current bundle. So the bundle is the Tempest Drive bundle. So this is the Tempest Drive skill. You would be receiving 3 copies of Bendabate the Conqueror, Fazuzu, All-Seeing White Tiger, which does have some application later on as well, as well as Road Magic.
Like I took so much time.
NGL.
Lem Vow.
Are you making Mycose?
Yes, so you now have to choose whether you want this or whether you want your just Blue Falcon formation and Blue Falcon Tengu. I'm gonna have to start pushing you. Winged Beasts for DJ Gavin. So you're gonna be sticking. So you're gonna be sticking with Blue Falcon. Okay, so that means Tempest Drive is going to go into the vault for now. We will be revisiting it later, so don't you guys worry too much about that. The next round is going to be exactly the same as round 2. So it'll be 2 separate words. The words will be individually jumbled. You'll have 7 minutes. Come up with as many as you can, as quickly as you can. And try and be faster than Bird. That seems to be the guy to beat. 3, 2, 1, bam. And the timer is going.
Okay, I got all these for once.
Obviously, some players will be finished very, very quickly.
Done finally. MSATch, one of them took so long to click.
I was slow, but I get them at least.
So Goth's once lick is Ghost Cyclone. And the player who got Ghost Cyclone the quickest was Hikari. So Hikari will be receiving One-Sided Reverse. A very interesting spell card. Again, it's one of those ones that will be...
I got one of them first.
Stronger, like earlier, right? One-Sided Reverse does have a skill attached to it, but you will not be getting the skill with it. This is just the card on its own One-Sided Reverse. So next up, we have Rats Race NTR, and it was Star Trancer. So let's see who got the Star Trancer the quickest. It was Draco Kid, which means Draco Kid.
Star Trancer I got within 5 seconds.
Draco Kid will be receiving... Oh, Draco. It's a bundle, and it's quite an interesting bundle because this is quite a
cards are mine.
late-released like skill. It's quite a modern-ish skill. It wasn't very good, but it is. So, we have the Sports Dragon bundle, also known Divine Guardian of Fire bundle. So this contains Sports Dragon Closer, Sports Dragon Keeper, Sports Dragon Striker, Sports Dragon Defender, Sports Dragon Connection, and the skill Divine Guardian of Fire.
Draco seems in line.
Well, I mean, you get this anyway, regardless, Draco, because you don't have a bundle, so you don't have to, you don't lose a bundle because you don't have one already, right? So that's just yours. Next up, we have Ratted Goda, which was Triad Drago. So, Triad Drago was done the fastest by Pro Manicist. So, Pro Manicist, you will be receiving... Pro Manicist, you now have a decision to make, my friend, because there is another bundle hidden behind Triad Drago. So you will have to decide if you want to keep your Beast Gear bundle or if you would rather have the Daybreak Order bundle. So this is the Ride Across bundle. This would give you a skill.
You have a two-tage eat.
This is actually tough.
Ooh. It does come with Rightful Magic, which
Bestakros.
a lot of people will know does have.
Bestakros.
Everyone just spamming Best Across.
Bestakros.
Bestakros.
I'll take. Oh, he's taking Ride Across. Okay, so that is. I mean, it potentially could be pretty good. Could be pretty good. So next up, we have our fourth one, Perhi Yald. And it was Harpy Lady. Now let's see who got Harpy Lady.
I also got relatively quickly.
Harpy Lady was a new first timer. We have Milanesso got Harpy Lady the quickest. So Milanesso will be receiving a trap card. Again, it's this trap card is going to be much better the earlier you get it. So pretty good for week one. It is double block.
No bundle.
No bundle,
Wow.
but double block. People.
This one I took 5 years on and completely did not click that it was lady.
Double block is actually not awful. The downside is the big restriction on it, but this does stop an attack from anything. So like, it's not crazy. I'm not going to try and oversell it, but it's better than no trap, right? And then the final, which is Adoring Sea Pursuers, was Dragonic Pressure. And let's see who got Dragonic Pressure the fastest. It was Whistling Bird once again. So Whistling Bird will be receiving another new card. And here it is. It is Constructor Engineer Draft Cannon.
Not getting that was funny.
This card is semi kind of generic. It is not bad. It lets you like basically scry. So next up, we will be showing off round 4. So round 4, again, the rules are going to change a little bit. So this is going to be a bit harder. So these can be either single or multiple words, and everything's going to be jumbled. So this one is Resembled Uffy, and this is Buffered Slime again. So once again, Buffered is not randomized within itself, and Slime is not randomized within itself. This is going to get tough, and the rewards are going to get a lot better from here on. So I would recommend really trying for these ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good luck, everyone.
I can't do this. 1/5.
And time is up, so I'll free everyone.
The winner of this has to be hacking.
I mean, potentially.
I only got the last one.
All right, so the first one, Degenerate MD, was Meat and Greed.
MD is sure to generate.
And the player that got it the fastest was Pro Manicist. So Pro Manicist is the Degenerate MD. Pro Manicist is the Meat and Greed.
With the food.
So, Pro Manicist, for getting Meat and Greed.
This is rigged.
You will be receiving Triple Trio.
Pray no one got the last one.
So, Triple Trio is an interesting little trap card. Again, it's one of those ones that will be a lot better early. So I'll be adding that to your collection. We will be taking a look at the next answer. So Daughter was the Guard. So let's see who got the Guard the quickest. It was Whistling Bird. Got it very, very quickly. So Whistling Bird did manage to get the Guard, which means Whistling Bird will be receiving the Dark Handshaker. So the next one, Get Kasana, etc., was Negate Attack. And the player who was fastest with Negate Attack was Hikari. So Hikari, with the Negate Attack, will be receiving... Oh, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate, Hikari.
No.
You will be receiving a bundle... But I'm pretty sure, Hikari, you're not going to be able to use much of this bundle. So here it is. This is the Shadow Flower bundle.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
So this, as you might notice, has a skill attached to it, which is going to be the Flower Plant skill. But it also has a star. Now, what the star is it is an emblem. And the way that emblems work is... when we reach certain milestones, as we progress through the weeks, there will be cards that will be useless pretty much to everyone other than you. So you will be receiving 3 additional cards going forward if you take this, but I will tell you now they will be related to Shadow Flower. So that's at least something. All right, so next up we have Proactive Oath, and the answer was
Tomato.
Pot of Avarice. So who was the fastest with the Pot of Avarice? The answer is Pro-Manicist. So Pro-Manicist got that one. So Pro-Manicist, you're going to have to make another choice, Pro-Manicist, because you've just got another bundle.
Please no one get the last one.
And here we go. It is the Lightning Shift bundle. So, Manicist, you currently have Daybreak Order and Ride Across. You have now been offered...
Mr. Condor. Personally,
Mr.
you keep
Condor.
the Raid Across.
I love it, everyone just like devolves into just spamming best.
Suffering from
The stack
success.
versus Condor.
God, everyone is spamming.
Miss
I'll take the
Condor.
Vault package. Ooh, so Daybreak Order is being put back into the Vault for now. And Manicist is going to be taking his a bit smaller. In fact, I think every time you've taken a bundle, it's gotten smaller and smaller. I think that's just what we've been doing today. We have our final answer, and it was Plethora, which is Trap Hole. I was actually surprised. Only 2 people got Trap Hole, and this was arguably the easiest one. And the fastest was Draco Kid. So, Draco will be receiving Archfiend's Summoning Flute. Archfiend's Summoning Flute, everyone.
Draco Kid.
You.
So that's potentially pretty good. Could be pretty good. So we will go ahead and get the last round going. It will be exactly the same rules as before, which means a lot of you are going to struggle. I will say the one to beat from this round was definitely Pro-Manicist.
Rather shoot me.
Here are your words. Come on, guys, you got this. I believe in you. I believe in you all. We've got 2.5 minutes left. I'm going to start throwing out some hints, just to try and maybe nudge people in the right direction. So, I'll say the first one is a popular card used in Psychic decks.
I'm so confused.
It's the very top one. The second one down, French Soldier, let's say. The third one down is a card that probably should be banned. The fourth one down, it's one of the players in Rush Rivals. And the last one, I think most people have already got the last one, but I will say it is the mascot of today's episode.
The 5th one.
Yeah, I got them all.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Nerf whistle.
1. And that is time up. So, let's go through and find out what they were. So the top one, I Copper Bay. The clue
I only got
was
Jointech Rex.
it's a popular card used in Psychic decks. It was Ice Pop Bear. And let's go and see who was the fastest to get Ice Pop Bear. It was Hikari. Got it very, very, very quickly. So Hikari will be receiving Thunder the Thunder. Very, very strong early game staple. Next up, we have Hoot Feathers Yeah. And the clue for this one was a French warrior. It was Hero of the Yeast and his croissant. So, Hero of the Yeast. Let's see who was the fastest with Hero of the Yeast. I know a lot of people did get it. Whistling Bird. Whistling Bird got the answer the quickest. So Whistling Bird will be receiving an actual pretty good card. Tribute Lock.
Whistling Bird Bros.
So Tribute Lock will be added to Whistling Bird's pool. Next up, we have Champagne BT. And this was a card that should be banned, and I think almost everyone got this just from that clue alone. Type Change Beam. Now, who was the fastest with Type Change Beam? Because this, I believe someone got it before any clues were given out. So
Bird gets the secret deck Pigeon.
it was Milanesso was first with Type Change Beam.
Yay.
So Milanesso will be receiving
NOO, I thought I was facey.
a very, very interesting one. So this is the Clone. So the Clone is not a card. Well, it is a card, but it's not a card in this. This is basically like a token that you can spend. And you'll spend this after we finish giving out the prizes. What the Clone will do is it will let you take any individual card that someone else has won this week and add it to your pool as well. So you can't take a bundle. You can't take any cards from the bundle. but
the
you
luck
can
bros.
take any of the individual cards. So you can take Dosodon, One-Sided Reverse, Thunder the Thunder, Tribute Lock. You have access to any of the individual cards that were won. So you get to check one of those, and we'll give you some time to work out what you're going to want. So, Hydration, CET. This was, the clue was, it's
Ancient
literally
Gear,
one of our
G-Weight
players.
ROK, XD.
And it was Draco the Tiny.
Vitat Vimi.
So, Draco the Tiny
I tried
was...
that one.
It was... Whistling Bird was the fastest with Draco the Tiny.
Beast.
So, Whistling Bird once again is going to have to be making a decision because you've unlocked
Oh,
another
background.
bundle.
I should have known.
It is the Noodle Art Boost Bundle,
Whoa.
which once again has an emblem attached.
Istar Noodles.
Besto Noodles. He wants the birds. Okay, so the noodles are, once again, like all of the other picks that aren't the birds, are going to be going into the vault. So, we have one
Right here was
last
Ashtar.
thing to give out. Hero Inject X. The clue was it was the mascot of today's episode. The answer was Jointech Rex. And someone got Jointech Rex exceedingly quickly. And that was Pro Manicist. Got it very, 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 very quickly. Like, I'm talking like within like 20 seconds of us starting, Pro Manicist got this one. So, Pro Manicist will be receiving Stop Defense. So that will be going to Manicist. Alright, so with that said and done, we have still got some bundles that are all in the vault.
You will die.
So the way this is going to work is whoever has the most points will have the choice now to swap their bundle for anything left in the vault. So, Pro Manicist, you have the option to exchange Lightning Shift for any of the bundles listed below. Now, you did already give 2 of these up yourself. I'll take Noodle. Okay, so Manicist will be losing the Lightning Shift.
Die Wingwimo jetzt du große Frung.
We'll keep with Blue Falcon. Okay, so next up is Hikari. Hikari, do you want to change your Shadow Flower Blizzard bundle? You don't want to change it, you want to keep it. Okay. So Hikari will be keeping the Shadow Flower Blizzard bundle, which means next up is Draco. Draco, you happy with your Divine Guardian of Fire bundle? Yes, you can choose between the Divine Guardian of Fire, Lightning Shift, Tempest Drive, Daybreak Order, or the Beast Gears. We're going to keep it. Okay, next up is
Mine is mine.
Paco.
Read across.
So we're going for Ride Across. It looks like
Alright, full magic, too good.
Paco wants Ride Across. So next up is a tie between Milanesso and Sota.
Die Projekt.
Technically, Milanesso was quicker, so we're going to use that as the tiebreak. So, Milanesso, you have the choice of Lightning Shift, Tempest Drive, or the Beast Gear package. He wants
Beast.
the Beast Gears, which means next up is going to be Sota. We have Tempest Drive or Lightning Shift. Go for the Fuzuzu, which means by default, Hunter will be receiving Lightning Shift and
Batutu.
the Volt Condor cards. So now the only thing that's needed is Milanesso needs to decide which card he wants to clone.
It may be Spiral Geyser.
Yeah, I mean, you can take Spiral Geyser if you want it. We have Milanesso versus Hikari going on. Let's go and check this game out. So Hikari got the plants, the Shadow Flower Blizzard bundle. Meanwhile, her opponent Milanesso received the Beast Gear bundle. So Milanesso probably has better low-level bodies, but
I did
Hikari
not
has the better
expect
bosses.
Bend or Break to be my saving grace.
Yeah, Bend or Break, especially in low-power formats, can be
Yeah.
very, very strong.
You cannot run Paco.
We're going to have to go
Das Bild
watch
saved you.
the Draco Paco game after this, I think. It sounds
The
like things are
Stackers
heating
will
up.
not save you.
So we already see one of the Beast Gear bosses come down. This is Convoy Lyogun. Lyogun
Halt
is
me
an
Agan.
interesting one. Oh, we were bricking on multiple copies. So Lyogun has a very, very heavy cost. We have to send 2 face-up level
Even
4 lower
Call of
beast warriors
Duty.
from your field to the graveyard. The gain attack equal to the total level of monsters sent to the graveyard to meet the requirement times 100. Also, this turn you can only attack with this card. So this is kind of a make itself really big and then allow it to like get in for a big chunk of damage. But, again, without the field spell, it can feel a little bit underwhelming. This is one thing that the Beast Gear deck is kind of known for, is they kind of tribute their other lower level Beast Warriors in order to get these effects off. But the effects can be worth it, but oftentimes also just aren't really worth it. Tribute 2, summon out the Gajumaru. Now, Gajumaru is very specific. It only really works against Earth monsters, which means, unfortunately, Milaneso is at a big disadvantage, specifically against this one card. But its effect is we can send one other face-up Earth attribute plant monster to the graveyard to change the attack of one face-up level 8 or lower Earth attribute monster on your opponent's field to 0. Now, looking at the other bundles, there was a basically like fire bundle, a light bundle, a wind bundle, a fire bundle, a light bundle. Realistically, I think this is the only matchup where Hikari would be at a big advantage by using the Gajumaru. So definitely did get a little bit lucky in how things fell into place here. And we do already know that there are 2 Lyogun in the grave. Here comes Catapult Kong. Now, Catapult Kong can't out this on its own. We can change to defense. Catapult Kong does also have an effect that allows it to destroy defense position monsters. But obviously we're not going to use it. By the looks of it, we have a spell trap or a high level monster in the hand. It's weird how this type of fun-esque format shows the proper power scaling of these decks, even when a lack of traps in Duel Links, then with how Konami releases stuff. It's just another way to do it, right? That's all it is. We're just rejigging things around. It's not necessarily like better or worse, it's just different. And obviously we have a point where things are always going to be lopsided, right? Oh, attribute shift bomb. So this is actually a dark monster, the Catapult Kong. So we're going to change it to Earth in order to get the Gajumaru's effect off.
The same place my tributable monsters went.
So we will be able to use the Gajumaru here. We will be able to reduce the attack. Oh, we have to send an Earth Plant. So we are going to have to give up a body if we want this extra damage in. And this is not going to represent lethal. We are still, what, 900 off? We're going to use the Shadow Flower Blizzard. That can boost our attack by 300. So we're now 600 off. So Milanesa has a big decision to make here. We are going to take the 27. Didn't want to use any back row. Obviously, it just would have saved us a bit of life points. But hello, by the way, Dismume. Welcome, welcome on in. We're going to gain 1,000 life points from the life point gain skill. By the way, when your games are finished, when you finish your best of 3, you are free to leave if you want. Obviously, you can still hang out. But if you want to, if you want to go to bed, feel free. But you've caught us in an interesting match between Hikari and Milaneso, where we do have the Shadow Flower versus the Beast Gear deck. I would have liked to get things done a bit smoother and a bit quicker. So I need to work that in. But that's something for me to work on in the back end, right? Tomato just old and has a bedtime. I mean, you're not wrong. I can't say that you're wrong. So we're going to boost Gajumaru up to 2,700. So the way the skill works is that it can give piercing to an Atrains that was special summoned. Oh, but here we have piercing. So this might be lethal depending on what we attack into here. The Beast Gears are not known for having particularly big defenses. We do also have a third attack coming in. This could be the end of this game. Shadow Flower, I forgot that deck existed. Exactly.
I wasn't paying attention to where the tribute is.
Well, you're just going to have to work around that, I'm afraid. But yeah, the whole point of this format that we're playing, Serena, is that everyone is playing very underpowered decks. Pepe laugh when I say plants bonkers. Now imagine Hikari carry Bomb Shift in the format. I will claim that it's the ultimate tech for plants. I mean, potentially. Imagine, by the way, that you're in Hikari's shoes. You've just played in the Challenger Cup, playing the current meta, having really competitive matches, and then you start playing Gajumaru the Shadow Flower Lion and using the Pierce spell card to attack over Silverfang. As well as, the record will go up, which is also quite nice. Okay, Whistling Bird versus Sota once again. We go for a tribute set in the middle. Sota is going to summon out the Mighty Curse of Dragon. which will not be able to clear Blue Falcon Tengu.
I specifically
because we
set
have
a
the barrier.
monster for you to go in for El Mao.
You go ahead and just tribute over. It was Fuzuzu into the Curse of Dragon.
Und
Looks like
watch
our
my
hand was a
sadness,
little bit
Tomato.
up. Don't watch my sadness. We have to watch something. Activates the Pierce. We will swing over this defense position monster. We'll set another 2 cards in defense position. We will summon and tribute over for the Fuzuzu. We will attack over with the Curse of Dragon. Fuzuzu will then attack
Hikari,
over.
I also want to -0, and you never said well done to me, just saying.
Blue Falcon formation will be reducing Gaia's attack
I was
value.
thinking one of the
Is
sets
this
for
mission?
Pierce, and I could send you to face off against the Celestial Seamstress.
Well done, Manarchist.
It looks like Sota is somewhat running away with this game at the moment, but obviously Whistling Bird does have the barrier ready to try and stop the Dark Magician from clearing. That will be a little bit of piercing damage through. Bender Break effect is going to weaken it so much that we won't be able to stop it with the Dark Magician. We are going to use the barrier to try and protect the life points as little as we can. 1200 and then 2500 to the dome. The 400 didn't make a big difference, but now we can play other spell traps if we have them. We're going to be activating the Blue Falcon formation. The barrier is going to be used, which again is going to allow us to recycle, reduce the damage we take, but it won't actually protect our monster.
Only hard Tributes at the end.
We'll go ahead and summon out the Gaia the Fierce Knight. We'll use Tribute Lock. Then we'll tribute over it to summon out the Curse of Dragon, which will end the game. I mean, this is what we did say, right? We did say that having the bigger pool, having first dibs on the bundles doesn't necessarily mean you're guaranteed to win. And Sota there proving that even with his arguably worst card pool, he definitely could pull it off. Alright, we're going to be going into Hunter versus Manarchist. Manarchist being our first place finish for the week. Hunter, unfortunately, being our last place. So let's see what they have. Manarchist does have the noodle bundle, which means he is going to have access to a lot of those really powerful noodles. And we're not going to see any on the first turn. Hunter, on the other hand, does have the Lightning Bolt Condor bundle, which means he will have the Lightning Shift skill, which he is going to use here to add back the Luminous Parrot, which is an extra body. Now we're going to use the Lightning Bolt Condor skill to reduce. This helps us play around the barrier in case our opponent has it. We will get in for a chunk of damage. Manarchist using life point gain, which means he is not using the Noodle Art Boost skill. We will then attack over to get a little bit of damage in. We're going to go for a big defensive play from Hunter, but we are going to use Stop Defense. Oh, that is huge. Flipping up the Valkyrian, or the Needle Curie, the Celestial Seamstress even. We're going to get the big boosted attack on the Spice, the Elite Noodle Ninja, and we're also going to boost up the Dark Magician. This is so much damage coming through. Hunter, only with 800 life points left, is going to summon out the Darkness Crested Hawk, is going to use the effect to change one of his opponent's monsters to light, and then boost its attack up by 1000. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to clear the opponent's Roadstar with our own, so it's looking like this is probably going to be the end. There shouldn't be anything Hunter has, and that is going to be the end of the game. Manarchist wins. GG. Take a look at how the games are going. So Manarchist managed to win 2-0. It looks like Hikari won 2-0. It looks like Sota won 2-0. So the question is, can Draco finish up the final 2-0?
What do these wins amount to?
So every win you get is going to basically improve your score. So you will get more points for doing so. As well as at the end of all...
Tomato, you still have a free packs.
Tomato, why do you still have free packs? Listen, don't worry about my free packs, Whistling Bird. They're none of your concern, okay? But the idea is that the finals will be... basically, it's the points. It's the points is the important part, right? The points are what you're fighting for. Having more points will give you advantages later on. Because the points will carry over. You want more points. That Guardian of Fire is going to boost the attack of Closer, which gets in for a ton of damage. Paco, using Daybreak Order, is going to be able to reveal the Seath to grab the Ride Across.
Okay, so I'm winning then.
Yep, you're winning at the moment, Manarchist. We'll see if you can maintain your lead next week. So we're going to use the Seath. We'll summon out the Bender Break. Rightful Magic is going to be activated, which is going to reduce the attack of the closer. We will be able to attack over for only 100 damage, but the monster does still die. We can use the barrier here, which will actually kill Curse of Dragon, which is a pretty good trade for Paco, but our opponent does have 5 cards to work with, and it looks like we don't really have any good way to get through defense position monsters at the moment. Let's see what Paco comes up with. We're going to summon out the Hilt, which can boost the attack of a warrior monster.
Whistle, did you win? I have to raise my rank.
We're going to reveal the Rider Cross in the hand, which is like a little bit awkward.
I lost as well.
Grab the
I didn't went enough against Bend Opreak.
Bend Obrek. I love that. We'll tribute to summon out the Seath. Seath goes in for an attack. We're going to activate the barrier, which might protect this if it does have a 1400 defense body, which it does, which means that's a lot of damage not getting through, because we could have represented a direct attack with one of our other monsters, which would have been probably 2900 direct attack. Now again, I do want to emphasize as well, these games are not meant to be fair. They are not meant to be balanced. Some people will have better skills than other players. Some people will have better cards than others. Some players will also just be luckier. That is just how it goes. So don't let these matches mean anything.
I didn't expect Bendor Break to be strong.
I was for sure that Whistle was winning this week.
I offer Alliance to hit a bird with a BIG stone.
Not the BIG stone.
Ikari, come at me, bro.
Alright, we've got some big monsters on both sides of the board here. Divine Guardian of Fire. We're going to boost the attack of the Sports Dragon Closer. Get in for 800 damage. Get in for another 300 damage. Clears the board a little bit. Well, I have to go. Good first session for all of you guys. Thanks for stopping by, Milanessa. I really appreciate you playing. And again, it was my fault that things got a little bit wonky. I will try and improve for next time. So we're going to use the skill, reveal the Rider Cross in hand. Ugh, having a Rider Cross in hand here, not the best. Let's see if we can make something of it. Alright, Rider Cross's effect. So we can put some more cards back into the deck. We're going to be recycling our level 5s.
Being the first will make you my target.
I mean, Whistling Bird was first for like half the episode and is no longer in first. Tribute 2, summon out the second copy of Rider Cross, which means we can use this Rider Cross effect if we want to. We can activate Rightful Magic, reducing the attack of Sports Dragon Closer, which means now we can attack over it without having to worry about that pesky barrier trap card. So we will be swinging over that.
More stones means a bigger house.
And we are worried about the barrier.
Mindset.
So we are going to be attacking the defense position monster. We're going to go ahead and draw 5. Let's see what Draco has. We are getting a little bit thin in the old deck. Only two 2100s, not too difficult to out.
Romanarchist paid me for the win. Do you have a better offer?
Manarchist, I told you to stop bribing people. Because as is, we can out one of these cards. We can activate the Sports Dragon Connection. This will summon out a Curse of Dragon. That's because Sports Dragon Connection is sort of like weak Secret Order. Divine Guardian of Fire activates, which will let us boost the attack of a monster up to 3100 attack. We still can't clear both of these. We're only going to get him for 1000 damage. Draco's deck is also looking a little bit thin here.
Cool.
Yeah, the Sports Dragons are a really cool deck. I mean, that was the whole point, right? We wanted to show off decks that never really got to accomplish much in the meta, as it were.
Bistakros is Bistakros.
Bistakros is Bistakros, I agree. Sports Dragon shooting Curse of Dragon to the field? Yeah, basically. They're really cool. That's what I mean. This is an archetype that probably could have come out a lot earlier. Now again, it's playing against Ridacross, so like this is always going to be a lower powered format. But like it's cool to be able to see
Bird
and
is
show
supposed
off.
to be a German with
Played
French
only in
accent, I
this
guess.
respect.
I hope Bestackross, stell Bestackross.
And we'll see, we'll see. Ridacross's effect. We're going to be putting back one of our level 5s, the Seath. I assume we don't have any other 5s, otherwise we'd probably put them in. Yeah, we got the other Ridacross in the graveyard, but we probably don't want to brick on too many like high levels. We've got the Spell Archer, and we summon out the Seath. So this is a little bit awkward because we don't have the room to use the Seath effect, which means we can't get the recycling from it. So we are just going to chill with some defense monsters, but they have very low defense. And as we know, Draco is playing Pierce spell card. And we haven't seen any copies from him yet. So I would not be surprised at all if we see a double Pierce play and then just end the game off that.
Paro is Stalling O.
I mean, Parko doesn't have a lot of options, right? If he doesn't have access to the hilt, he can't boost Ridacross up big enough to attack over. And this is what we were expecting. There shouldn't be anything Parko could do from this perspective. So that is going to be the end of the game. And that means every single game did end in a 2-0 today. And that is going to be
I added the wrong target.
That is a shame. That is a shame, Parko. Any of the rivals themselves want to say goodbye to the stream? We will be ending in a sec. So before I do go to the ending
But
screen...
I forgot to shuffle back targets.
It was fun.
It's like everyone's yapping.
Hi, chat.
Gute Nacht, lieber Floß.
Alright, and that is going to be it from
You
us.
guys don't
So,
have to go home, but you can't stay here.
By chat.
Have a good day.
My chat.
Bye, chatters.
thank you for watching the first episode of Rush Rivals. Going forward, I'll be altering the format so that players that aren't currently dueling on screen won't have access to text-to-speech and therefore won't be talking over each other. But if you want to catch any of these episodes live, they are every Sunday at 10 PM CET and 3 PM CST. So feel free to come by, check out the stream, and say hello. And I'll see you then.